Good evening, everyone. I want to wish everyone a happy New Year's Eve and a happy New Year's before I get started. Hope you guys are all safe and enjoying yourselves. I, for one, am not. Just got my response I've been waiting for back from Wikipedia. And, well, it seems I hit a big brick wall. For those that caught the video last night, I was threatened with sanctions by the editors of Pizzagate Conspiracy Theory article. It's like the third time I've requested a re-edit that they didn't, so I sent an email to Wikipedia. I'm going to go ahead and just share this with you guys so you guys can see what I received. Thank you for contacting us regarding the dispute you encountered while editing. Wikipedia is a collaborative encyclopedia as explained at, and so anyone may edit its articles, which is a lie as we found out. Its policy nonetheless is that articles must be written from a neutral point of view, representing all majority and significant minorities' views fairly and without bias, as is discussed extensively at when you guys, I've shown you guys so much into that the talk sections, how they're treating other editors that try to re-edit, how they don't care about the facts, and the article itself is not biased. It goes on to state, however, since article content is not controlled by a central authority, we do not resolve editing disputes via email. Instead, please follow the steps outlined at, I'll show you this in a second. These steps are designed to help you work with other editors and to draw upon the help of a wider community. A list of ways you can check the dispute out can be found. I'll also show you that. Thank you for your contributions to Wikipedia. Yours sincerely, Ron Jones. For those that don't know, last night I received this from Ian Thompson, which is basically threatening to sanction me or ban me for trying to have this article re-edited or deleted. I'm not, yeah. And it says, don't hesitate to contact me or another editor if you have any questions. And as I showed last night with how they're treating the other editors on here that try to do it, basically this isn't saying this ain't for debate. I mean, you guys can watch it in the video I did from last night, which is part 2. I'm just going to keep this brief and short. I guess that I'm kind of not in the mood. I've been dealing with these guys for about a week. Well, close to 2 weeks now. This is the one of the links that goes back here. These policies describes what to do when you have a dispute with another editor. Let's just jump down to this next part. Now I'll follow this protocol to the letter. Before I even sent Wikipedia the email. When you find a passage in an article that is biased or inaccurate, improve it if you can. Don't delete salvageable text. For example, if an article appears biased, add balancing material or make the wording more neutral, including citations for any material add. If you do not know how to fix a problem, ask for help on the talk pages. To help other editors understand the reasoning behind your edits, always explain your changes in the edit summary. If an edit is too complex to explain in an edit summary or to change is contentious, add a section to the talk page that explains your rationale. Be prepared to justify your changes to other editors on the talk page. Well, I've shown you guys what that talk page is like. I'll log in and re-show you being updated and stuff. I mean, as of last night, this thing was getting over almost, over 5,000 views. If you are reverted, continue to explain yourself. Do not Start an edit war. Well, you can't start an edit war when you're not allowed to edit. Discuss with the other party. Well, they've made it pretty much impossible to discuss with them, because their response to discussing them is to threaten you with sanctions and ban. So, I went through that process. Focus on content. Focus on article content during discussion, not on editor conduct. Comment on content, not the contributor. Wikipedia is written through collaboration, and assuming that the efforts are in good faith is therefore vital. Bringing up conduct during discussions about content creates a distraction to discussion and may inflame the situation, which, yeah, that whole talk section has been inflamed. Focusing on content and not bringing up content. I already read that. Stay cool. It's never to your benefit to respond in kind. When it becomes too difficult or exhausting to maintain a civil discussion based on content, you should seriously consider going to an appropriate dispute resolution venue detailed below. But at no junction should you lose your temper. Most situations are not actually urgent. There are no deadlines on Wikipedia at all stages during discussions. Consider whether you should take a break from the dispute. Taking a deep breath and sleeping on it often helps. You can always return to the discussion later, but at least you will return without an inflamed temper. Take a long-term view of the situation. You'll probably be able to return and carry on editing. So you can always pretty much skip this section, because you can request, try, argue with them in the talk section, bringing up the facts, and they're just flat out telling you they don't care. Resolving content dispute with outside help. While notice board subject-specific help and editor assistance may well help resolving disputes through increasing knowledge and obtaining outside opinions, they are not themselves dispute resolution process per se. The following options are listed if not significant, and they can, in general, be used in any order, though only one should be used at a time. The ordering of the dispute resolution process in terms of complexity, experience, and volunteer expertise would be: third option first, if only 2 editors are involved. So this option is kind of out of the dispute, since they've got it down to, what did I say last night, 38 editors? And when I first started trying to get this re-edited, there was 86, I do believe. And seems like all 34 are on the same page about blocking people. I mean, I haven't even seen the original author of this article post anything or edit anything since, I think, 2 or 3 weeks after he posted it up. He may have made it to December. I don't think so, though. I'd have to go back and look, which I showed you guys how to do that. Then dispute resolution notice board. The formal mediation, with the request for comments option being available at any point in the sequence. Please note that some Wikipedia processes, such as article deletion and request move, have built-in resolution process and are not ordinarily handled via third option, dispute resolution notice board, and formal mediation. Okay, so that's the one I'm at now, is articles for deletion and request to move. The disputation resolution board is a place where editors involved in a content dispute can have a moderate discussion and an attempt to find compromise and resolution. DRN monitors are experienced Wikipedia volunteers who sometimes refer dispute participants to more appropriate dispute resolution venues. Third option is an excellent venue for small disputes involving only 2 editors, which is not. Recent community input on an article. Request for comment is a process to request community-wide input on an article. It can be used when it is content-related dispute, or simply to get input from other editors before making changes, to solicit responses from a large number of editors. It can be publicized via notice boards or Wikipedia project talk pages. An RSC bot will always automatically notify the feedback request service pool of editors. RSC discussions related to article content take place on article talk pages, which I have shown you. If your dispute is related to an application or a specific policy or guideline, you may wish to post in one of these notice boards to get input from uninvolved editors. And they give a whole list of these. Basically, the part I'm at, it's pretty much, I think it's, where is it at? See here, that's why I've been trying. So they tried to hit me with the community sanctions. I read it somewhere, I can't remember where. Sensitive issues. But basically, the step I'm at, they're basically saying I have to show them where I have posted on the talk boards and posted my requests, which I have kind of shown through these videos. But as you guys all seen, it's all been deleted. They're not even trying to let you talk about it. They'll just quickly delete it. The only emails I've got is, like I said, the one I just received last night, the one from Judge R, was it Judge RN or whatever his name was? And they talk about gain consensus for overturning at the administrator's notice board. So if you get sanctioned, you've got to go through a whole appeal process. The issue is the fact that these guys are just being flat out, yeah, I'm not going to say it. I'm just finding it hard to believe that even after writing Wikipedia, that they had to answer me the way they did. You know, how can I prove or unprove when they delete your comments from the talk pages? I mean, this is the section that is the important part that we're trying to get re-edited. The Metropolitan Police Department of the District of Columbia did not do an investigation. We have the evidence. We've shown them the evidence. They refuse to acknowledge the resource as valid. And basically, as I've shown, they just refuse to do anything on this post. And I'll just go to the talk page. I might have to sign in. I mean, I've read you guys statements of this last night. Ooh, DC, please. Okay, they're talking about the for police to initiate investigation of alleged crime, there needs to be at least probable cause to believe a crime has been committed. Either a complaining victim or a credible witness will generally suffice. If nobody has done that, then there won't be an investigation. Anyone is welcome to go to the DC police and file a police report. Of course, that would require signing a legal document under penalty of perjury, and it doesn't appear any Pizzagate conspirators believes in their nonsense enough to risk going to jail for filing a false police report. I mean, police have also likely never investigated the claim that Ted Cruz, okay, we don't need to get into that part. That's not what we're looking for. I'm saying see, they've already had people in here try to get the word debunked. This is back in December 17th. I'm saying that the word debunk should be removed from the opening sentence, but not the whole article. Well, it should be also removed from the debunk section because it has not been debunked. So you'd vote opposed then, surely. And actually, if I remember right, this thing gets pretty nasty as it goes down. As one put, I hate to burst your bubble, but this discussion is specifically about the lead. Thanks for posting. Exactly, it's about the lead in general, not specifically the opening sentence. I suggest you read my responses. You guys have been getting downright nasty on here. Unproven weakens the language somewhat. The bottom line is these guys do not want to edit anything. I mean, last night there were some nice ones, as I showed in my video. Suggested title change. I mean, you guys can go look this up and read through this whole talk section. I've showed you how to go through this and find pretty much anything. So I'm just getting a bit, some re-edits. See that they're bringing up the arguments here. No, they are saying no. RS says the child sex ring has been debunked, so we cannot say it has. If RS have clearly said there is no sex ring, then we need to source it. And this dude's right. None of the sources say Pizzagate is practical, partially fake. The child sex ring is an integral part of the conspiracy theory that every single reliable source calls debunked, or fake, or fictional, or insane. You can cherry pick bits of it when the reliable sources are so eloquently in their statements. Well, that's the part we're trying to argue about, because they're basing that on the police department, which did not. Yeah. I don't know. At this point, I'm going to deal with Wikipedia one more time. And if I have to go through here and copy and paste some of this talk section about how they're treating people and attack it that way, that might be the better way. Show about the sanctions they tried to put on me. But at this point, I don't think we're going to get anywhere. Not without completely taking on finding a whole different approach. As I've talked to some, like I said, I covered a little bit on last night's article about another article on here that was locked, and they refused to make any changes or edits. They went as far as going to a petition board and having a petition filed to have this thing removed. Maybe we need to take this another step farther, just not so much with a petition, but also find a media outlet that would want to get into this article and debunk Pizzagate conspiracy on the facts that a simple Freedom of Information Act to DC, the District of Columbia Police Department, will clearly show you, as I've shown you, as Brian of iCitizen News did all the research, got the documentations, got the emails, clearly states they never did an investigation, so therefore none of this has been debunked, as it keeps saying. I mean, a bunch of stuff got deleted on here because I'm not seeing last night's conversations that I showed that was in this section. See, now here they're also going, somebody brought up a point that a person can find a YouTube video to support almost any point of view. You need to find more authoritative and reliable sources to support your position, which I have done by linking to iCitizenNews.net, right straight to the article with the emails, photocopies of the emails that are on there. I mean, let's just, before I jump up out of here, page information. There's been no edit today. I know better than that. Let me log in real quick. Okay, edit history. Which was today. Let's see here. Let's see the talks. See, I can't even get granted permission to edit on here, on this article. I guess we know why. I mean, my videos cover it all. Just watch the first two. This is a bit interesting. How'd this change? All right, I got a problem here. Now you guys all see, those that have seen the video from last night and the night before, you know that this thing has changed. This ain't the same. What's this thing? Because as of last night, in fact, just go pull it up from the video. That lightweight bugs me. Stop sharing, guys, for a second while I find this video. Find out where I made that link to re-edit. Okay, this is from a video I did last night. I think you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. How something has changed. Page views was at 54,489. Like I said, it was almost at 5,000 views per daily average. Now this thing is saying 332, page views 2,985, editors up to 93. And yeah, talk Pizzagate conspiracy theory. See, they're playing around with stuff on here, on the statistics, because they haven't changed nothing in the article. I mean, basic stuff. Well, it definitely hasn't changed the part that we've been trying to get changed under the debunking part. I mean, it still clearly states what it states. And that's why I kind of thought it was funny when I was looking at the I actually showed people some of the comments that were being made. Like I said last night, they were getting downright nasty with this stuff. But like I said, how can you file a report and show that you've commented in the talk section when they just delete it and change it? I mean, as you guys can see, it was getting downright nasty in some of these comments. That you aren't interested in taking any time to understand the nuances of all the rules here means that you clearly aren't interested in seriously editing the encyclopedia. Because a basic requirement of editors is competence, and competence requires reading, understanding, and applying with our fundamental policies. If you are at some point in the future interested in editing, you're welcome to review these policies, develop that understanding, and join our community. It's just becoming, this whole thing has been one pain in the ass joke that we just can't seem to get Wikipedia to take action, because of, as I showed last night, there's no real, you're dealing with a bunch of volunteers when you actually email the actual Wikipedia. And they'll set, as you've seen in the email, they just send you here, follow these steps, make sure you do this. And then make sure you show that you show where you commented and made your request and arguments. And as we've seen, they've changed the whole thing, deleted half of it. Even the statistics on the page has changed. But yet nothing in the main article has really changed, other than spelling errors, grammar errors, and modifying of links. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, which didn't turn out to be so quick, of basically what my response was from Wikipedia. My next spot, I'm going to reply back here later on tonight, stating my argument, how they're deleting our comments, not checking our resource, and they're not being biased. I'm just going to go straight for screw requesting a request for re-edit. I'm going for a request for deletion on violation of Wikipedia's own terms of service. And if I can't get that, then we'll take it to another level. You guys have a happy new year. Good night.